shift. I was doing 12 midnight to 12 noon. And just got done. It's around 2:11 in the afternoon. And I'm getting ready for Fuji. I got 2 days left, today and tomorrow, to prepare it on the 18th. We're going to go out and head out to Tokyo. It's going to be over an 8-hour drive, I think. Bus ride to Fuji, and then when we get there, it'll be late evening or late afternoon. The hike itself is going to be a night hike. It's going to be a night climb. So we're going to be there late in the afternoon or early evening, and they're going to give us about probably 12 hours to hike it, depending on what time we get there. This is my documentary of Fuji 2008, and in less than 2 days we're going to be headed out to Mount Fuji, and I will be climbing Mount Fuji for the second time this tour. I read the cheat sheet, the tips that they were giving us to prepare for Mount Fuji, and there's a couple of things that they advised us to bring. So we need to go to the store to prepare for the trip. So as soon as I'm done grabbing the things that I need, we're going to head back home. We are going to start preparing. This is Fuji 2008. You know, I haven't really given it much thought climbing Mount Fuji, because I've been so busy at work. I'm actually pretty happy that I got an opportunity to go on leave and hit Mount Fuji one more time this tour. And you know what? I'm actually pretty excited. I'm getting really pumped up just thinking about it. I get to climb Mount Fuji for the second time this tour. I mean, it's so freaking awesome. How many other people back home, how many of my friends back home in California can say that they've climbed Mount Fuji? The more I think about it, the more excited I get. This is going to be a great trip. Definitely a great trip. And it'll be one of those trips that I can talk about later on down the line, a couple years from now. Man, when I get back home, I can say, well, I was in Japan. I climbed Mount Fuji. I climbed Mount Fuji. It's going to be awesome. I just dropped $127 at the store for stuff that I need, and I have yet to get a hiking backpack. That's what we're going to get next. I'm going to Outdoor Rec so I can find me a backpack for the hike. Hopefully I'll find a decent one here. Man, I was there forever. I was deciding on what kind of backpack I was going to get, and I saw two. And it took me a minute to decide what I wanted, but I figured last year when I climbed Fuji, I had a simple backpack, just a regular backpack, and a camelback. So I figured what I got now is an upgrade to what I had last year. So I decided to just keep it simple, keep it small. That way I'm not hauling like 50 pounds worth of stuff up there. So one of the things interesting about this hike is that this is going to be a night hike. Last year we went up there and we stayed at the hotel overnight, woke up the next morning early, and we did a day hike to Fuji. This time, however, we're going to take the bus ride from the base all the way to the mountain, and we will start our hike the same day. It's going to be a night hike. Another thing that I thought about was that the iPod that I have now, the iPod that my brother got me for Christmas was the same iPod that I used for my hike last year. I thought about buying a new one this year, but you know what? That iPod was the one that got me through my hike for 2007, and I want it to be the same one that gets me through my hike for 2008. So I'm using that iPod for my climb to Fuji this year. Bernard, thank you for the iPod, believe me. You don't know how much I appreciate it. It got me through a lot. So far I've spent over $200 preparing for the trip. And that doesn't include the actual cost of the ticket to go to Fuji. But when it comes right down to it, no amount of money and no amount of gear will get you to the top of Mount Fuji. It all boils down on whether or not you can make it to the top of Fuji. I'll make it to the top. I promise you that. Okay, it's the 17th of July and we got one more day till Fuji. I bought most of the things that we are going to need for this trip yesterday, but we still have a lot of things to do today. I need to get a haircut before tomorrow. We need to buy snacks for the trip, and I need to get some sandals for the bus ride over there. That way my feet aren't killing me by the time we get to the mountain and we start our hike. So I laid out all the stuff that we bought so far right here in the bed. As you can see, we got batteries. What else we have? We got some hand and foot warmers, some toiletry items, sleeping bag just in case, extra pairs of socks, towels, t-shirts. What else we got? Ooh, there you go, a headlamp. This is going to be a night climb, so they said they were going to provide a headlamp for us, but I wanted to buy one extra just in case. And yes, I still get motion sickness, so I'm going to be taking that while I'm in the bus. Some sunglasses in that little pouch, sunscreen, gloves, socks, a compass. Here's something that I had never thought about from last year. Can you see that? Well, okay. It's Advil, or ibuprofen. When we got closer to the top, I actually started getting headaches from lack of oxygen. I didn't bring a can of oxygen with me, so I wish I had that last year, so this time I got it. Of course, one of the most important things that you need on the hike is water, so I got me a Camelback. Check that out. That was the hiking stick that I used back in 2007. That one right there says the top of Mount Fuji, altitude 12,395 feet. And this right here says sunrise, top of Mount Fuji, 2007. I'm going to repeat that this year. Definitely. So I got the haircut. I'm looking good. I also got enough yen for the trip. I got some snacks. This year I'm not hiking Mount Fuji for me. I did that last year. This year I'm hiking Fuji for my family. I'm hiking Fuji for my girl. So I gotta make it up to the top. Well, the bags are packed and we're ready to go. By tomorrow night, I'm gonna be hiking Fuji.